Hi everyone. So I've been to Lidl this morning and I bought a few bits and pieces, and then I thought, do you know what? These tips are actually quite useful. I wonder if they'd help anybody else. Now there will be people that are know-alls and will say, oh, I already know this, how is this news, blah blah blah. So to them people I'd just like to say, if you're not going to say anything nice, don't say anything at all, because I think these tips will help some people. That's why I'm sharing them with you. So I bought this from Lidl, and the first tip is probably obvious, which is always try and buy reduced items. So I've got some beef and some chicken fillets and some pork chops. We have a family of 3 currently. My daughter is off is away at uni, so normally it would be 4, but now we're 3. So it's obviously cheaper to buy bigger because it's just the nature of the world we live in. Bigger's usually always buying bulk's usually cheaper. So that's what I tend to do where I can. So that is the first tip. Now a little bit later I'm going to show you what I do with my meat, but please be aware that my camera skills are not excellent. So you're going to have to just bear with me, okay? Right, a few tips on cooking to begin with. Now everybody goes on about these air fryers, how fantastic they are, etc. And I just want to say, no they're not, because this is a halogen which was here first. So the halogen oven, they're a bit small, but they're probably not that different to the air fryers, to be honest. But the joy of a halogen is that you can get them for about 40 quid if you go on eBay. Some of them you can replace the bulbs, which is usually about 15 quid, but it's probably as easy just to buy a new one, to be fair, but you know, recycle and all that. So it works the same way as a conventional oven. Not everything is good, to be honest. So you can cook pizza in there, but it doesn't seem to do it as well as the main oven. You can cook casseroles in there, but I wouldn't recommend those because it takes far too long. I would use the slow cooker for that, which I have here. Excuse the box in the background, I meant to move that, hey ho. Okay, this is a slow cooker, and I use this when I'm working. Now, I use it for mince. I put it on warm, I put the mince in, and I cover it with water, just enough, just to cover it, no more, just so it doesn't dry out. You don't need to brown it. I don't know where this comes from that you need to brown the mince, because it's brown when it's cooked. Same with stewing steak. It's a myth. Okay, you do not need to brown it. And that's a fact. So, yeah, when I'm doing mince in it, I put it on the warm setting when I go to work in the morning, about 7:30. I come back at around 4, and I'll have a look at the mince. I'll give it a stir round. Then I'll drain all the water off, and I will add, it's obviously all the fat as well that goes in the water, so that's all drained off with the colander. Then I'll add like whatever sauce, pasta sauce, you know, like to make a lasagna bolognese sauce, a tin of chopped tomatoes, stir it up, put it on low just to get it all together, get the taste out the tomatoes, get all the flavour out, to cook it all out first. And then you can either eat it as that, or you can make a lasagna with it. And then all you need to do is just put it in the oven. Or, I mean, you can eat it, obviously, but you're trying to use as least electric and also time, because when you work, all you want to do is just get the tea on and get fed. So that's easy in that. And I also do that method on warm with diced chicken. Yes, shock horror, diced chicken. and I'll cook the chicken that way in the water. And then later on when I come home, I'll make a curry and make the sauce. I just usually buy a packet mix from my own bargain. Make the curry sauce and then put the chicken in the curry sauce. Add a tin of mushrooms, maybe peas if you like, that sort of thing. Don't bother with onion because that takes longer to cook. Even though, yeah, it's flavourful, but people say about, you should fry them and all that crap. But I just want an easy life, and I don't want to use a lot of electric, and I just want to come home from work and eat and take as little time to cook as I need to. Okay, so that's the slow cooker for the meat. Now, you may ask, what is that gadget next to the slow cooker? This is a pressure cooker. Now, they have certainly changed over the years. About 20 years ago, they used to have a giant funnel on the top, and it used to rock around when it reached pressure, and it'd be so loud and the steam would be coming out. It was terrifying. So they've improved now, thankfully, and I got this one. It's a Tower. I think I got it from their website. It has got a little timer with it, which you have to take out when you're using it, obviously, because steam can come from there and it can come from here. But as soon as the steam comes, you turn your temperature down on your hob. A quick way to get this to come to pressure is by using boiling water. And it doesn't take as long to come to pressure. Now, it takes 8 minutes to boil potatoes in this, and you can put your carrots. I'll just open it and show you. Comes with this steamer, so put your potatoes in. So you put your potatoes on the bottom. It's a little minimum maximum. It's usually about 2 cups of water with your potatoes, and you put your potatoes in. Then you can either use one of these steamers like that on top of your potato. Yes, on top, big drama. Or you can use that, or you could also use both of them if you wanted to be really, really posh. But I don't very often do 2 vegetables, but if I do, I've got that option to do it. Okay, and you just put the top on like that, and you put it on. Excuse my dogs, are so noisy. So you'll put it on full power until that little red knob there shoots up. There'll be a little bit of steam come out of there. When it gets to like quite a noisy steam, you turn it down, turn it to about half of what your power is on your hob. Ours goes to 20, and I'll put it on to 9 or 10. The longer you let it blow the steam, the lower the temperature you can go. So I usually let it blow off, pardon the pun, usually let it, the steam blow off for about a minute, then I'll turn it down to number 9. And that's boiling your potatoes, and it takes about 8 minutes. When you do it on hob, I have to have it on number 13 with the lid on, and it takes about 20 minutes, sometimes a bit longer. So you can see 10 minutes, the temperature's lower, the food is actually lovely. If you parboil potatoes in there and then roast them, they're amazing. I've never tasted potatoes roasted like that. I mean, I usually do them, I usually parboil them, just in a pan. But this, honest to God, they're amazing. Okay, so that's the pressure cooker. Now, this tip is for people only that have got log burners or any sort of stove. This is my little kettle. It's got a little dial on top. Come on, focus. Right. And you see that long triangle, which is by 190. That shows you when it's hot enough to be, for boiling water. So when that happens, I put it in that insulated jug there. Now, this is useful for when your fire's lit only, so you don't have